Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Dissidia. I'm Cicero, and the reason I'm introducing myself again is because I have a guest commentator this time.
Hello everybody, I'm Shibotech.
And we are right back in our mail. Not really a lot new this time, except apparently we get some... I think it's like a letter from a DJ. I'm not sure how that works out. We have we have a few options to choose from, and I don't like Shinra particularly much, so that's what I went with.
Now, by no means am I a particularly huge Final Fantasy buff, but I'm pretty sure none of those were correct.
Oh shit, yeah, none of them are correct. Also, since it's been so long since last I played, I get mail twice. It's just been like in my mailbox filled up and like letters sticking out from the mailbox. So apparently DJ Mug is being paid off by Shinra apparently, and I don't get to win a trip to Budai.
Ah well, you'll get them next time.
I'm sure I will. So we are moving on with the game, and we are going to play with... Well, we are going to play as Tifa. And this is me showing off what it looks like when you played another chapter again. I did that for Kane because I had to grab some additional footage.
You mean you're not one take Sazero over here?
Well, usually I am, but if I really screw up, I have to retake it.
So are we gonna get to hear some more of those lovely voice acted cutscenes coming up?
Oh, not for a while. It won't be until we meet someone.
Oh, keeping an air of mystery about.
Because I mean, what is the point of spoiling the video, right?
Yeah, no, it's good. I'm adaptable.
So apparently the game still thinks we are in the tutorial mode, even though we are like 6 hours in. And it explains to us what X mode is for. But not before I'm doing the usual start off things with a new character, like equipping things. Tifa will be punching people with a flame rod. And she will not be wearing any hats.
Punching things with magical flame rods kind of sounds like a bad idea for both parties?
You'd think so, but I mean, Tifa is from a game where every character could cast magic to an extent. Which is why she has like Blizzard in her abilities.
I mean, that's fair, but couldn't you, well, she's from 7, but I think in 6 and potentially earlier, couldn't you break rods in battle to release the magic stored within?
Yes, and it was usually upper tier magic like Firaga or Blizzard and such. So, well, yeah, it could probably backfire. So the pearl necklace that we got simply makes it so that we'll get our X meter filled up faster. And it scales with the multiplier accessories, which is a huge annoying thing to get around.
Oh, wow. Okay then.
And all characters has a unique X mode benefit. Tifa's is that she deals more damage the more of her X meter that is full when she's in X mode.
Now, does the X meter refill while you're in X mode, or is it only a drain?
No, it can refill if you generate enough X mode. So you can, or if you have enough X absorption, it will continuously refill.
Oh, okay.
So Tifa is unique from other characters in that she has access to feints. And that allows her to interrupt her attack animations to teleport. Which was what I did in the first attack.
That is...
And that's...
Wow.
Yeah, that is a gimmick. And it can be sort of hard to use. Because the timing can be a little bit difficult to pull off. And usually it's best to use to... if you foresee an attack, and then avoid it with that to get a counter in.
It can be a little difficult. Luckily, we're dealing with a professional here, folks, and
I am a professional.
You need to train more. Just kidding.
Well, actually, full disclosure, I am really bad at Tifa. Which we will be seeing later on, trust me. This is just a level 1 scrub tire fight.
I don't know, it was a pretty solid TKO right there.
Well, wow. Imagine if boxing were like this.
Yes. With teleportation and magic? Yeah, no, it'd be good.
Yeah, and destructible terrain, you know, I start to understand why wrestling might be appealable to some.
So, what
So,
was up with Ultros
the
there?
real... I'm sorry, what?
What was up with Ultros there? The Octopus Ink thing?
Right, so that's a summon stone, which is a thing I can't use myself, but I don't because I think it's shit. Pretty much boiled down to that. As the summon stone that Ultras did was that it conceals our bravery, so we cannot see what our values are, and that's pretty much it. And that's all it does. I don't really see the use for it myself, but it's there.
Doesn't seem too detrimental since you can still see if you're in a position to deal a fatal blow or not.
Just kidding.
Yeah, most of the time. So Tifa is one of those characters that just grows really quickly. She gets new attacks almost every second level, and that was a quick edit of me equipping Blissara.
She's already learned second tier magic? What?
Yeah, she is really good. And of course, Blissara is better than her when her Air Blizzard.
Mhm.
So the summon stone we got was a magic
I
pot.
was about to ask if that's what it was, what it asked for in Elixir.
Yes, and this is the automatic trigger of it, and it automatically copies the opponent's bravery when it has three times as much as its base bravery. So usually not very good, but I mean it's better than nothing since it overrides your current bravery.
But I won't hold back.
So you can let yourself get hit for a ton of damage, and then you get a lot of bravery by doing so.
I could imagine it being useful for boss fights, but random encounters not so much.
No, on the other hand, I have lost to random encounters with Tifa, just putting that out there. And the computer is better at playing Tifa than I am. Let's see. Is there something I have forgot to mention?
Oh, what would that be?
I can't. Well, I'm asking because I can't remember right now. So usually, I go over the attacks that Tifa has. Most of them are really short range, to the point that if you're in midair and you do your attack, the opponent will dodge that attack just by falling down.
Gravity, my greatest nemesis.
That's I know. That's usually what is going to happen when you use Meteor Crusher, which is that air attack where she like shines and then rushes to an opponent and attacks them.
Block me and I'll squash you.
The mechanics of that attack is that it's a chargeable attack, just like Kane's jump is. Although it is not as good as jump because you don't get invulnerable like Kane does.
right.
And also I'm going to show off X-Burst again, on Van again.
Oh, slot mechanics, good.
Yes,
Breaking my
I'm not
limit.
very good at the slot mechanics, but it is representative of her limit break in Final Fantasy VII.
It is true. I do like the hero pose there as well.
Except I don't think her limit break actually exploded like that.
You need
It
to
was just a
train
series of martial arts moves like uppercuts and what was it? Some wrestling moves as well, I think.
Well, I mean, possibly. It's been ages since I played 7. I will take your word for it, though.
Yeah, in 7, limit breaks evolved the more you use them and the more kills you got with the character. But Tifa's were unique in that she got more attacks to her limit break, so she always got stronger from learning a new limit break, as opposed to other characters who had to select a limit break they would have to use. So we're back on the overworld map, and just like every other overworld map, there is a Koopa shop. But there's nothing new that's worth buying, and in fact I don't buy anything because I'm hoarding those Koopa points.
Already planning for the end game, are you?
Yeah, it's partly because I haven't shown off the shop yet and how that works. And I will be doing that next update, in fact. There will be a lot of new things next update. But that's getting ahead of ourselves.
Have you used any of those Rosetta Stones yet?
No, I have in fact not. I think I maybe used one just to show it off.
Okay.
But what they do is that they give a character another accessory slot to a point. So you can't like have 50 accessory slots on one character.
Oh, that's a shame.
The maximum is 9, I think.
And what's the default?
3.
Wow. Okay. So quite the boost there for select characters.
That's true, but Rosetta Stones aren't particularly hard to get once you get further in the game.
Okay.
So, I mean, you might have to grind for it if you want to have 9 accessory slots for each character. But if you just want to like focus on a few of your favorite characters like I do, you won't have much of a problem. So this is me not figuring out which skill to get rid of. And instead of getting rid of a duplicate skill, I get rid of a skill I only have one of because I'm an idiot.
And then immediately get another skill. Good.
Yeah. Thankfully that skill was bad, so I just threw it away. Alright, so since Tifa has those teleport mechanics, you might want to be like showboating. And this is the fight to show off why you should not be showboating. Especially when you're not good at it like I am. And that is the reason why I'm not using Feint as much as you would think you would do, since that is a unique ability.
Is it possible to ring yourself out?
No, there are walls around the maps. So if you would normally have been ringed out, you would simply just smash into an invisible wall and get wall smashed.
I see.
Wall smashing is a mechanic where if you slam an opponent into a wall or an obstacle, they take additional damage based either on bravery or HP, depending on if it was an HP or bravery attack.
Yeah, I think I've seen that. That's when the hex pattern appears after they get
yes.
Into it.
And for those maps that don't have solid ground, there are these void traps where if you stand on it, you lose bravery, and then after a while you get teleported to some solid ground.
Okay. That I guess was my primary question, because I was gonna say it sounds a little silly if you can just knock enemies down there.
You can actually just do that if you're in those air duels that I'm not that good at. You can knock an opponent into a void trap, and when they're in that void trap they cannot dodge, so it's a guaranteed hit on the next attack you do.
Oh, okay. So you were not kidding when you said the mechanics get pretty complex.
They can get a little bit, well, they are actually a lot of complex. Oh boy, I'm really dreading this.
What? Why would that be?
Because did you see that brown icon to the right?
I did, yes.
Yes, that icon denotes a challenge fight.
Oh.
I've shown them off, and I don't grind for them. I had the option, there are those gates earlier I could go into to grind for them, but I am of the philosophy that grinding is not something you should be doing in a JRPG. Because I'm an elitist asshole like that.
Yeah, but you're my favorite elitist asshole. So there, how about that? You know? Take it in stride.
Thank you. So this fight is going to drag on for a little bit because I know there's a challenge fight ahead, and X modes carry over between fights.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to smack Kane around for a bit until my X mode is full and then kill him. And that is going to take a while, because I'm an idiot and I don't do it in the most efficient way, which is in air duels actually.
Well, I suppose the important thing is, at least you get your X mode up.
That is true. If I had used a lot of Rosetta Stones on Tifa and given her a lot of multiply accessories, I could take advantage of the Pearl Necklace I have equipped, and that would boost my X meter refill rate.
But on the other hand, Tifa.
It's not that Tifa is a bad character, I'm just bad with her, and she has a high skill cap.
That's fair, that's fair.
And I think I'm just about done with Kane, even though he does get a last attack off in spite.
Ooh.
So Burning Arrow is probably the better of Tifa's ground HP attacks, because it has a somewhat fast attack animation, and it has quite a bit of range actually.
I was going to say that that looked like a beeline, just right for his HP.
Yeah, and if you you can also do feints with HP attacks, and if you feint with the Burning Arrow, part of its animation gets removed, so it actually becomes faster.
That's faintly terrifying. Ah.
A little bit. I mean, the feint is like a huge telegraph anyways, so it's not actually beneficial as such. So the Zara that I'm using here is a multi-hit attack, and it's much better than normal Blizzard.
It certainly did seem a bit more effective.
And this is me getting countered super hard by being a showboat.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
And that is what I meant when I said that the computer is better at playing Tifa than I am.
No.
But that is because I suspect that the game is reading button inputs and not what is actually happening in the game, so it knows what I'm going to do as soon as I hit the buttons.
Well, that's good. Just blame the computer for your lack of skill. That's fine.
Well, obviously. It's not my fault, it's the game's fault.
Spoken like a true Let's Player.
Well, thank you.
Oh, so this is the challenge fight you were talking about, eh?
Right, oh man. So like, any challenge fight... Well, first of all, notice that I only deal 26 damage with my X mode passive bonus.
Oh.
And I was almost at full meter. So things are not boding well, because he has 3000 hit points.
Whoa, did he counter your Meteor Crusher?
No, he just fell down and avoided it. And then it teleported into my face that dealt damage. So my X burst only dealt 60 damage.
You've got awful luck with the slots, don't you?
Yeah, I am bad with them, yeah. I've found out later that it's just easier to just mash the button instead of trying to to figure out which one hits or not.
You could always do that trick from Final Fantasy VI with Setzer slots. Just keep pausing over and over to cheat the frames.
You can't actually pause in the next burst, I think.
Ah.
Well, I actually haven't tried it out, but there are an ability you can equip that makes it somewhat easier. But I'm suffering from being a low level, so I can't do that. Actually, a lot of Tifa's problems suffer from being a low level and not having access to certain attacks yet. For example, my air game is weak up because I cannot attack upwards or downwards.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I can see that would be quite the limiting factor. And what level is this challenge fight again?
The opponent is level 16 and I'm level 7, so I'm also suffering from having lower stats. Thankfully, I can get around it by just spamming HP attacks and taking advantage of my natural bravery regeneration. And this is exactly how every challenge fight is going to be when I'm at much lower level. and that is because if I trade hits, bravery hits, for example, I will lose progress in the fight by getting hit, like once. So I could spend 10 minutes hitting on this guy with bravery attacks, and then he hits me twice, and I lost all that bravery.
Right, because of the sheer damage output difference. Makes sense.
Yes. But it also means that for every hit he gets, he inches closer to being able to kill me in one hit. And that's what happened here. The AI also changes behavior once it has, once it can kill you.
Does it?
And also,
does it just start going for the kill when it has a killing blow?
No.
It changes its tactics and it becomes much more aggressive.
Love it.
For example, when it doesn't have a one-hit kill, it is much less likely to use an HP attack actually.
Huh. I mean,
so this is me instead of taking advantage of the burst, which dealt like 60 damage. I'm taking advantage of the HP regen of X mode.
Here goes.
So air duels are limited to 3 attacks for each participant. So if you just miss all the time, the air duel will just stop.
oh, okay.
Thankfully, X-Def's teleport attack sends you flying into the air, so his follow-up attack will usually miss.
Nice parkour there.
Thank you. It is an anime game, to a point, so you can of course run off walls.
Oh, that's good. I mean, I thought the teleporting through air and the magic would give that away, but
And you know, the flying in the air.
if the athletics are what really drives it home for you, go with what works, I suppose. Oh dear.
So, yeah, Grand Cross is sort of like Kefka's Try Attack. And because it's like that, it's also rather easy to avoid once you see it coming. But that's also another thing to be aware of these fights, because sometimes they will just use new attacks you haven't seen yet.
Yeah, that is certainly interesting. The AI has a lot more at its disposal than I was initially expecting from watching the first few videos in this LP.
Yeah, and the difficulty is also tired. So when you're at a low level opponents that has like curse rings equipped, the AI is also set to be less aggressive, more passive, making more mistakes. But when it's a high level opponent that has a lot of good gear equipped, it's going to have much better AI. So it's not just simply stats that's going to make the difference in a fight, or the difficulty of the fights.
Makes a lot of sense. It just kind of drives home that this is a very well done game that I unfortunately never got around to playing.
Yeah, I was actually really impressed with it, considering it's a fan game. Well, fan service game.
Right.
Also, I don't know why that Algahest didn't hit me, but apparently if you do an attack just as it's about to hit, you just stagger instead of actually getting hit, even though it's a bravery attack.
Okay. Kicking the wall is not going to help you, Saz.
I know, that's a limitation of Burning Kick. If there's just the slightest physical obstacle in the way, you just get stuck.
Trip over a pebble of some sort.
If only you tripped. I mean, at least you would have some forward momentum, but nope, you just get stopped in your tracks.
Oh no. You've been broken.
I've been broken and the AI has a one-hit kill on me, so it doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't.
But thankfully, I'm not the type to continue to show off my failures, because I am, well, a complete narcissist like that. And also for the sake of flow. But this is me just spamming the button, and it looks better than before.
Yeah, it looks like that worked out a decent bit better.
Feels like you're flying, doesn't it?
Oh, he's still got enough to one hit you though.
The point was to deal that extra bit of damage, and not diminish his bravery.
Fair.
Of course, there's some people going to argue, Well, if you use summon stones, this fight would be a lot easier, and they're not wrong. But I just hate them on a principle fact, so I don't use them.
Sorry, I should be commentating more, but I'm honestly just kind of enamored with the fight right now. I'm getting really into this.
Well, I think there is a point to the fights getting a bit too repetitive. I mean, yeah, I avoid his attacks, and then I counter with Meteor Crusher pretty much all the time. This is something that's going to happen in low levels, because I don't have access to all the fancy attack shits. I don't even have all my attack slots equipped yet, despite Tifa having a really quick learning curve.
Maybe I'm more slack-jawed and enamored by your gameplay than some would be, because I'm atrocious at these kinds of games. It's, I am really bad at fast-paced brawler. You a little stuck there?
Yeah, I did get stuck in the terrain because Meteor Crusher is a charge attack, so it's trying to charge directly to an opponent, even if there's a physical object in the way.
Just defy gravity for a little bit, it's fine.
Well, yeah, just completely forgetting that we can fly in the air.
Beautiful.
It took me at least 50 minutes
You need to train more.
of retrying to get this fight done, and I only got 1 level for it.
Well,
But I think it's Falcon's Dive, and that's actually a really good attack.
you know, I mean, the important thing is you got through it, I suppose. But, I don't know, I feel like you could have done that fight a little better.
Do you now?
I do. I mean, you took a hefty bit of HP damage there.
Well, to be fair, this started off with half HP.
Yeah, but I mean, you still took damage. And look at you, using equipment like some kind of pleb.
Well, are you mistaking this game for some sort of low-level Final Fantasy glitch run? Because I can tell you, sir, it is not.
You sure it's not a... what is it, the 64 flights of stairs exploit run? Are you sure?
I am pretty sure.
I'm...
But it sounds like you have some kind of beef with me, and you, sir...
Oh my, it appears there are survivors.
Ultimisha.
How wonderful. I'd just been searching for someone to fight. There are so few of you left.
Really? Same problem here. I guess this is our lucky day. It's been a while since I've fought anything but mannequins.
You wish to challenge me? You are quite the curious girl, aren't you? Interesting. I thought Cosmos' stragglers would be deep in despair, having lost so many of their friends. Yet here you are, defiant. I can remedy that.
going to be all that great. I'm going to be a great villain and shit.
Yeah.
Well, I really hate villains like that.
Yeah, she's got such a demure voice though. She's all. That's a really good VA. Actually, all the VAs have been pretty good.
Yeah, as soon as I'm done with you.
Well, yeah, I actually I was surprised by the quality of the voice actors actually. So this is Falcon Dive, and that allows me to dropkick people into the ground by literally kicking them down.
I mean, go with what works, I suppose.
It also deals a lot of damage.
There is no running from this pain.
There is no running from this pain. You know, just when I think, like, when I forget that it's an anime game, something reminds me.
So you know how Ultimation was grandstanding?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to end this fight really quickly.
Breaking my limit.
with a nuclear explosion.
Arguably the best kind of
Looks like you're
explosion.
flying, doesn't it?
It's the most Japan explosion.
Phrasing.
And that's that boss fight.
You need to
There is a huge contrast between, you know, story boss fights and the optional challenge.
This ends now. It seems we are not alone.
Kane!
You're safe.
I'm fine. Thank goodness you are too.
Delighted to see the traitor to your cause? Oh, you poor child.
Traitor?
Oh, I'm sorry. Had you thought him your savior? If I were you, I'd be more worried about him than me. Isn't that so?
What are you talking about? You're not making sense.
Look at that fallen warrior behind you. Surely even you won't dismiss evidence like that.
Behind me? Zidane!
Do you want to know what befell him? Ask your knight in shining armor.
Zidane!
Wait.
Wait! He's hurt! We have to help him!
No.
What? Kane! Zidane! What? What just happened? What's going on? Just have to find Kane to talk.
I don't know, Tifa. I don't know what's going on either. So this is good. I'm empathizing with our protagonist here.
That's great. So I think you mentioned something about having a little beef with me.
Just a little bit, pseudo beef. It's like vegetarian substitute beef. I think you could have handled that challenge fight with X-Death a lot better.
Well,
I think
alright.
you could totally take him with Tifa, without any gear at all, and without taking any HP damage.
You're just saying that because you want to see Tifa naked.
I can neither confirm nor deny these allegations, but I can say that is
But it does sound like that you are challenging me, and
you know what?
I welcome any challengers. Come at me, bro.
All right, then let's see it. I'll give you you got 2 weeks from the date of posting this video. Make it happen.
Alright, fair enough. Of course, me and Mishibo has a penalty clause.
Oh, this. I was hoping you had forgotten.
Oh no, I'll never forget, because it's seared into my mind. So, should I fail this challenge, should I fail this challenge, I will have to do another LP of a terrible game. And without mentioning any details of that game yet, because I will probably do it after this LP, and that's quite a while in the future. And that's a guarantee that I will work very hard to complete this challenge.
Just consider it some nice motivation.
Right. So should I fail, I will have to do an LP of a terrible game. But if I succeed, I get to challenge Shibo in some sort of challenge to his game.
Which, at the moment is Trauma Center, and even your first challenge was very creative, so I'm a little scared, and I kind of hope that X-Death kicks your ass a little bit, not gonna lie, but...
Well, thank you.
Anytime. Consider it a compliment, you scare me.
You are the worst buddy friend that I could have.
Thanks, I think. I don't...
Well, you want a giant magical tree to beat me up, so... I mean, that is a bit of bad sentiment to have to a fellow person.
Well.
Kane! Oh good. I found you. What are you? Kane, what's wrong? Are you hurt?
The mannequins will be upon us soon. Return to Cosmos.
What about you?
Sparing thoughts for a traitor.
Stop it! You know I trust you. All this time you've been helping us, and then you just up and change sides? Yeah, right. I mean, even if you hadn't helped me out before, I still wouldn't fall for that. We're friends, aren't we? Just tell me, what happened? Where's Zidane? Have you found anyone else? Why did you point your weapon at me?
Forgive me. That's not for you to know.
Well, I guess I'll just have to tag along.
What?
No choice. I used my potion. Girl like me? Who knows if I could make it back to Cosmos all alone. But as long as I have a friend along, I'll be okay. Right?
Tifa.
Listen, I trust you. We're friends.
Yeah, the potions that you find in the maps, they restore full health and X meter.
That's... No, that's wrong. My cannon!
My immersion!
I'm completely out of it now. I was looking forward to it, but... Ugh.
Alright, that's it. That's it, got LPO.
Yeah, no, we're done. Just cut the video here. There's no need to continue.
So this last gate is pretty much just story and weak fights, so I'm not going to show them off. I'm actually just going to edit them out because, oh my god, this video is like 40 minutes long. Let's just end this already.
I'm more stunned that you've put up with me this long.
It's more necessity than want, really.
Oh! And you wonder why I want you to get beaten up by the giant magical tree.
Yeah, I don't really.
Oh, good. We're gonna have a nice philosophical question about the nature of friendship.
Oh, well, maybe.
You know something? I mean, a lot of people know something, Tifa. Come on now. If I lose all my friends...
Well, I think she means, hey, you know something that we don't, that is relevant to what is going on.
I mean, that's possible, but...
So that cutscene actually came after a specific fight, but I just cut it out.
That's fair. Oh, and so now he speaks to us.
Right, well, the idea was that you did a fight, when you had the cutscene, when you did some other fights, and when you completed the gate to signify that time has passed on.
Gotcha. Now that makes sense. What do you know?
So, no matter how hard we fight, we can't win. Getting these crystals sure is a pain. I wish they'd just show up already. Then we might have had a chance at actually ending things this time around.
Don't dwell on it. When you wake, you won't remember the things we've had to endure. And when you have your crystal, you'll have no more reason to despair.
I guess not. Well then, I guess we better go find everyone else.
What?
You thought I'd let you go alone? I mean, come on. You look like you're ready to fall over. I'm still not really sure what you're doing is right. Putting everyone to sleep and all. But you do. And you're going to keep on doing it, right? You believe in yourself, and you're gonna go as far as you can. Well then, I am too. I don't want anyone else to get hurt. I want to help you fight so I can help keep everyone safe. It's not fair. I mean, getting summoned here, forced to fight, disappearing. Everything. We're not just a bunch of faceless soldiers. We're friends. And we've been through a lot together.
We could well fall along the way and never see an end to this war. You'd still go?
You're still going. You know what we're up against, but you're not backing down.
I can make no promise you'll survive.
I know.
Alright, and I think that's the last cutscene, thankfully. With that done, we are moving on to probably, I think it is the final chapter of Duodecim, which is the expansion of Dissidia. And that means that something new happens.
Really now?
But we are about to have to say goodbye now.
Oh.
But as you might be able to see, we have an edit party function.
Oh, lovely.